Welcome to the fourth oldest campus in the Chula Vista Elementary School District. Although its campus is more than 90 years old, Feaster offers leading-edge educational experience for over 1,200 students. Located on Flower Street in central Chula Vista, it was originally called the Flower Street School. When May L. Feaster, a teacher and principal there for 41 years, retired, the school was renamed to honor her commitment. In 1997, Feaster became the second charter school in the Chula Vista Elementary School District and was officially approved as a STEAM school in 2013. It's not just before or after school programs or a robotics club, but Feaster's a STEAM curriculum that touches every single class every day.
I really believe what we're doing here at Feaster is exciting, it's innovating, it's engaging, and it's really exposing our kids to a variety of opportunity.
When students and parents arrive at Feaster, one of the first smiling faces they see is Marta.
I'm the school secretary or office manager. I've been here for 17 years, and I've seen this school evolve every year, and Feaster is so special because our kids love to come to our school. We have wonderful programs, and we keep our kids engaged.
In kindergarten and first grades, all students must spend 70 to 80 minutes per week on Imagine Learning, an innovative language and literacy software program. With individualized lessons and powerful graphic support, it teaches direct vocabulary development, including academic language, listening and speaking, phonemic awareness, and school readiness.
Performing arts, we have visual arts, we have science, we have technology, we have engineering, and we have a goal for all students to participate in all of those activities, and so that has become part of our culture.
Going to Feaster Charter is like going to heaven, basically, because Feaster Charter is a charter school that's teaching you a lot. It has dance, art, music, physical education, engineering. We have a computer lab, a library, and it's pretty great. Kids don't get these opportunities. Yeah, and we're lucky to have them. We also have our own iPads that we can functionally use by ourselves.
And that's not all. Feaster emphasizes character education for every student, focusing on key areas such as gratitude, participation with zest, always putting your best effort in, or grit, respect, and responsibility.
You have to show grit and have another way to look at things instead of just being, I'm done, I'm not going to do that.
To maintain a healthy and positive school environment, building social and emotional intelligence and self-control from the earliest ages is a high priority, and the school staff is working to align and advance specific preventative and restorative justice practices for conflict resolution.
I help teach mindfulness, like in different classes, so that people could calm down and breathe in and breathe out to cool down.
The expectations are very high for teachers, but I think the expectations are also high for students. Feaster sends a clear message that regardless of a student's background, they can succeed. I think that's a real powerful message that we have here.
And I'm hired to be both in the physical education department, and I work closely with the school counseling department. And so the reason why it's important for me to be here at Feaster is because these children I'm finding need a lot of support. There's somebody who is maybe emotional or physical abuse has occurred, and a lot of them only come from single parent households is what I'm finding out. And so to have both male and female role models here who are going to step up in multiple roles is extremely important.
Because there really have been no limits so far, so kind of as far as we want to take the program, we can take it, and we are able to offer a flexible program for the kids. So, for example, I have a huge demand for kids doing mad science, which is crazy chemicals and all that stuff, and so I dedicate a lot of my time after school for after-school clubs to that. And so it's really nice to be flexible for what the kids want and be able to expand our program if we want to, because there really so far have been no limits.
Feaster has a lot of support for teachers I might not get at other schools. So coaches are great support, especially for new teachers. If you ever have any questions or need advice, you always know where to turn.
I've gone through a lot of schools, and this is by far the only school that has an actual room dedicated for resources, an actual room to have a collaboration, and then have an agenda during a collaboration, and being able to be flexible for us to be able to do observations with all the other grade levels. I think it's phenomenal. I've learned a lot.
I really want them to take away the process. So it isn't one thing or one project or one idea. It's more about the process that they go about thinking, because it translates so well from what they're doing here into real world, real life situations. Active struggle, they have problems and things don't work out how they originally planned it to be. And so it's how do we figure this out, and trying to let them think and work through it.
Students, over 1,200 students, over 100 staff members, and so that expands out into our community, and we're serving a large population here in Chula Vista. It's the community building is constant.
I lend out my classroom to our parent support group, and so they get to come in and they get to talk about any issues that might be arising inside of the classroom, just a safe environment for all the parents to kind of come in and talk, and they get to have access to all the materials and all of the learning environment as well, so they can walk around and see the child's progress, and then they also get to bring their little ones as well, so it's a nice safe place for the parents and families.
There's a difference between listening to me ramble on about jobs and college, and then when they actually see people who actually went to college and are engineers, and people who are like them, especially having a female like Sarah at Qualcomm being the lead engineer and teaching them. I think that was really powerful, especially for the girls, to see that they can do this too.
They've gone from just learning basics of the Arduino and the breadboard, and how do you code something to code it into this Arduino, and actually seeing an LED blink because you told it to do that. Really just opens up a door for a lot of them.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god, it's magic! It's blinking. It's magic!
Here last year, it actually helped us develop our own engineering lab. We are so fortunate to be able to send 6th, 7th, and 8th graders to Qualcomm, but we have 1,200 students here at Feaster, and our kindergartners, 1st graders, 2nd graders, all of our kids wanted to have that experience. If I asked a child what they wanted to be, you would have heard a very standard football player, basketball player, dancer, things that they relate to and see in their immediate community. Now we hear kids saying that they want to be engineers, or they want to be scientists, or they want to work in forensics. And this type of vocabulary they didn't have before, this type of inspiration they didn't have before, and frankly, they didn't have the knowledge before because they weren't exposed to it. When they want, when they're engaged, when they're excited about something, to me that's success.